Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all the student who has got selected for the interview in Ninja, Digital and Prime. Now you are just one step behind of your selection. So you have to take the interview very seriously. So today we are going to conduct a live mock interview, which will give you a idea that how exactly the interview is going to be conducted. Your interview will be mostly offline. And regarding your all queries, I will come live in second half and then I will reply. So before I start the interview, I want to tell you, friends, there will be three persons. One will be TR, MR, and HR, right? All three will be asking questions from you. So right now, I am the interviewer, and we have Sanchita here. So she is a candidate. So without wasting any time, let's start with the interview. So very good morning, Sanchita.
Good morning, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself, sir. I am Shunchita Ghosh. I am from Kolkata. I live with my parents. Currently, I am pursuing my BTech degree from Bosworth Institute of Technology in Computer Science. I have completed my 10th from Sri Sharada Ashram Balika Vidyalaya with 91.4% of marks and 12th from Jadavpur Vidyapit with 85.4% of marks. I am proficient in Java. My hobbies are like singing and traveling. My strengths are that I'm a very good communicator, and my weakness is that sometimes I do a little overthink. Currently, I'm working on that so that I can overcome my weaknesses. Thank you, sir. That's it.
Okay, very good introduction, Sanchita. So you have mentioned all the aspects like Java. So from where the interviewer should ask questions, your strength, weakness. The only thing is when you are speaking, it was little fast. So try to go with the normal speed. Okay, so you don't have to be in hurry. And the other thing which I liked, so definitely you had a smile on your face. So that will definitely add a positive impact on the interview, right? Now, so as you mentioned, right, Java, right? So, and also DBMS things. So, can you please explain the DBMS architecture?
Yes, sir. Definitely. So we use the DBMS architecture in three ways. First one is the Tier 1 architecture, second one is the Tier 2 architecture, and the third one is Tier 3 architecture.
Okay.
So we use this architecture as per our requirements to the storage requirements. Okay. So firstly, if in the Tier 1 architecture, it is a very basic structure. Okay. So the user is handling the DBMS itself. Okay. So whenever the user is updating something in the DBMS, it reflects directly on the database. So this is the Tier 1 architecture. Okay. We use this Tier 1 architecture because of the quick response from the DBMS. Now, the Tier 2 architecture is based on the application is running on the client end side and the server is doing the transaction processing and query processing. Okay, it is also a basic structure. So and after this we come to the Tier 3 architecture. Tier 3 architecture has three levels, like the client side, the server side, and in between we have the application server. So the client requests to the application server, and then the application server works for the server. Okay, so now the server doesn't know that there is someone who is a client who is behind the application server, and the client is also don't know that there is someone like server or DBMS that is behind the application server. So that's all the architecture about the DBMS.
Okay, very good explanation. So it shows like you have the confidence, and you know the deep of something what has been asked to you. Okay, the one question which will be asked to everyone, like 99% of the people, and for some of them this particular questions, like the whole interview will be on this only. So please tell me about your project.
So, as I am in final year now, so we have done, we are a group of 5 people. So we are doing a project upon tour guide website. Okay. So the tour guide website provides a comprehensive view upon the tourist places or tourist spots in India that will give a comprehensive view and knowledge to the tourist enthusiasts so that they can explore the places in India. And we have used some technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP for databases. Okay, so HTML we have used because of the to maintain the structure of the page or our website. We have used CSS to design our page, and JavaScript we have used for logic building, and we all know that PHP we use for database. And we are collecting all the data in India from here, the English sports scene present in India, the history of the places, the famous eateries there, and the most famous entertainments what we can do after visiting these places. So we are collecting all those data in there and then incorporating it in our website.
Very good. So why did you choose Java as your primary language? See, we have C++, which will be used by most of the competitive coders, right? So what made you to choose Java? Did you feel Java is easy and then you went for it, or what was the reason?
Sir, of course, this is the first reason that Java is very reliable language and also easy to learn and use. Okay, and also it is also a object-oriented programming language. So it also provides some
You said
features like,
something object-oriented programming language. What is it?
sir, we can create objects in the class. So it helps to enhance the code reusability. So we use
What do you mean by code reusability?
sir, in OOPS or object-oriented programming, we have the features like inheritance. Okay,
Hmm.
so in inheritance, some subclass is inheriting the methods and features of the parent class. Okay, so if we use the features or methods from a parent class, then we don't have to write the code. We just implement it with through inheritance. So it helps in code reusability and also it maintains the integrity of the code.
So C++
So
is not a C++ doesn't support OOPS.
yes, sir, definitely C++ is also an object-oriented programming language. But for me personally, I would say that Java is sometimes easy to learn for me. I think
But
better than C++.
what if tomorrow we have a project here with C++ and you know only Java? How are you going to handle it? Because as you said, C++ is easy to learn. Sorry, Java is easy to learn. So how are you going to handle with C++?
Sir, as a growing professional, it should be our motivation and it should be in us that we have to adapt to new technologies because we always have to learn something new whenever we are doing a project in some company or organization. So we have to learn and adapt with the new technologies, and that's why if I am given something in C++, I have to learn this. But in my case, whenever it's upon me to choose the programming language, I will take this
See,
Java.
you can also answer in that way, sir. As you know, the logic remains same for whatever language you choose. So it really doesn't matter like which language we have to work on. So as you know, my concept and my logic building problem solving skill is good, so it will be easy for me to adapt into any of the language, right? See, either it is
Yes.
Python or it is Java or it is C++. So everywhere the logic remains same. The only thing, if it is for loop, okay, so we have to use for loop, we have to use if else, right? So the logic remains same. The only thing is we have to use the formats of Java or a C++, right? Okay. So tell me, what is exception handling in Java?
So exception handling occurs during the execution of a program. It is also a variable which is created during an error by the method. So exception handling can be of any type like runtime exception or error exception. And we can handle this with the mechanisms of try, catch, and throw.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the use of pointers?
So we use pointers in many ways. First of all, we can use to store some address of a variable in pointer. First is this use. Second is we can access array elements through pointers, because we can traverse the array elements, which can be an integer or string, with the help of pointers. So we can traverse array. Secondly, we can use pointers to for dynamic memory allocation also. So whenever we are allocating or deallocating a memory from heap, like dynamic memory allocation, as I have mentioned, we can use pointers as well.
Okay, what is deadlock condition? So we always hear like
So,
with deadlock. So what is that?
the deadlock, the deadlock is a concept of operating system. So
Mm-hmm.
the concept of operating system deadlock says about that whenever one or more processes, two or more processes are waiting for the resource to gain, and they want to be executed, but some other process is holding the resources. So it creates a standstill, and there is no progress after that. So this position is known as deadlock in operating system.
Okay. So can you tell me what is the ACID properties in DBMS? So ACID, right? So ACID.
Yes.
So what is that ACID? So just tell me the full form. I don't want the details of like what is atomicity and something. So just tell me like what is the full form of ACID.
So, acid for property of EBMS concept is A is for atomicity, C is for consistency, I is for isolation, and D is for durability.
Okay.
EBMS.
Oh, what is LIFO and FIFO?
So, LIFO and FIFO is the concept of data structure. As we know that, firstly, I'm explaining the FIFO. FIFO full form says is first in, first out. The name also suggests what it does, because whenever we are inserting,
Where
whenever
it
we
is
are
used? You use in C programming, used in C plus. Where do you use that? What is, so you know the definition, but where do we use that?
So we use FIFO in first in first out in the queue, and LIFO we use in stack.
Okay.
Uh,
So if I ask you to how do you insert a new item? So suppose if you have a BST, binary search tree, and if I ask you like how do you insert a new item in the binary search tree?
Sir, as a concept of binary search says that whenever we are trying to insert an element in the binary search tree, we have to compare that element with the root. Okay, so the starting of the node. So we are comparing that value with the root. So now, if the value is greater than, then less than, then we are going to the left side, and if it is more than the root value, then we go to the right side. Now we have to compare it consequently with the data, with the child. So if it is lower, then we have to go to the left side, and then we have to again compare with the left child. Okay, so now if it again become the smaller one, then we have to move to the left side, or it is bigger, then we have to move to the right side. So then we have to do this repeatedly, and finally when we are finding that there is no more child in that side, that it is progressing. So we have to place that node or value in that position.
Okay. So you are talking about, okay, so you know OOPS concept Java. So can you tell me what is class and interface? So what is the difference between class and interface?
So we have to firstly we have to initiate a class. So we have to use the keyword class. Okay, for class we have to use the keyword of class, and for interface we use the keyword of interface. Okay. Now, secondly, we can instantiate the class. Okay, so we can make objects out of it, but we cannot instantiate an interface. Now, the class do not support multiple inheritance, but the interface support multiple inheritance. And the class do not have abstract methods, but
Mhm.
the interface is only abstract methods. Okay, so the interface is only about abstract methods, and also in a class we use the access specifiers like private, public, and protected. But in the interface, the all public is the only access specifier there. And we can use constructors in class, but we cannot use in the constructor is interface.
Okay. Do you know about 1NF, 2NF? So
Yes, sir. Yes.
what is
So,
that?
Sir, this is the concept of normalization from DBMS. So,
Mhm.
a normalization does reduce the redundancy of a data and also increase the data integrity in the database. So, it also protects the data. It also helps in enhancing the security of the data. So, whenever one NF is first normal form, the normalization can be of 6 steps. One NF, which is first normal form, second NF, second normal form, third in it, third normal form. Then it is a voice called a normal form, and the fifth in
Okay.
it's
Can you share your screen, notepad? Okay, and before that, just a minute. So before that, I just wanted to tell other students. So guys, if you are preparing for the interview, right, then we have launched a course, TCS Interview Material 2024, Ninja Digital Prime, PDF videos plus live mock interview, right? And you can go and see the content. So there are a lot of contents which are available here, right? And we have launched like TCS Interview Experiences 2024, TCS NQT Comprehensive Interview Material, and TCS Interview Guidance 2024. And a lot of live mock interviews are there, and a lot of video courses are there, right? So which will help you like SQL queries, right? OS operating system, C++. So a lot of things has been covered here. So it will definitely help you a lot. So we already have given and we are already working a lot. And today there are 3 live classes scheduled for this interview sessions. So all the details you will be getting it in the once you get the courses, right? Okay, fine. So Sanchita, can you please share your screen?
yes.
And please open notepad. Okay, so can you write the logic of reversing a string? So suppose I just want the logic, just explain. So suppose my name is Pratik, and if we have to reverse the string, right? Because for digital and prime, so we will be having this right? So they can ask you to write the code. So or can you just write few lines and uh, tell me like what logic you are going to implement basically. I just want to see your logic building skills. Or you do one thing, any kind of program which you have recently done, write the logic for that.
Sir, I can do the reverse of the
Okay,
strings like that.
yes.
I mean, it's
So beginning, yeah. So please go ahead, write it quickly. It's import or import. Don't get nervous. So please. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, that's fine. You can write it. So you can stop sharing the screen, and probably the HR might ask some question to you. Okay. Okay. So now can you please tell me, so these are the HR based questions. So why do you want to join TCS? What motivates you to join TCS? Why not other
So,
companies?
yes, sir. Firstly, TCS is a multinational IT company, and it is now in the India's biggest company, multinational, and it is also providing services like finances, software deliveries, consulting, and all. And also in TCS, we will be getting, as I have heard, that we will be getting an enriched environment and also some more challenges to grow as a personal and professional person. So I think that it will be great for me to learn as a new professional and gain some new insights about uh, new technologies. I can learn
Mhm.
some new technologies. And secondly, the job security and salary. And thirdly, I will say that my elder sister also works in TCS. So yeah, great motivation for welcome to my
Okay. Who is the CEO of the current CEO of TCS?
Sir, K. Kritivasan is the current CEO of TCS.
Do you know his salary? He earns 7 lakhs rupees per hour. Okay, fine. Next is like, so are you willing to relocate? So you are, as you
Yes.
mentioned, right? So in the beginning, and from your resume, I can make it out. So you belong from Kolkata. So suppose you get a job in Chennai. So will you be able to relocate?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay.
Happy.
Okay. Now, suppose you, after 5 years, suppose you are team lead of a certain project, and this is a very critical project.
Yes,
TCS
sir.
is a service-based company, so definitely we have the projects from outside which we do. And now there are some members in your team who is not going beyond their comfort zone. Like generally 9 to 5 will be working hours, 9 to 6. But suppose if there is a project and which needs some dedicated effort even after working hours, and they are not doing that. So, and we have a deadline to deliver the project. How are you going to handle that situation? So how will you make that project successful?
So, as a team lead, it is my responsibility that I have to be with my team members and I have to be on their side all the times that if they are facing any kind of problem. So, if someone is not doing beyond their comfort zone or they are lacking some skills, then I will definitely try to help them and get the best out of them. And if someone is not doing the things right or if it is intentional, then I will try to make him or her that I will try to make or convince them that I will give them a day off after that. That if they are working for one day, some more times, and that will be a biggest achievement if we can perform our project well in our project well. So I can also provide them with a day leave or
Okay.
some in other ways.
Do do you have any question from me?
So,
Yes. Do you have any question from me? No. See, generally interviewer at the end, they will ask you, do you have any question from me? Then you should ask, you should definitely ask a question. You should not tell how was my interview and all. You should definitely ask that, sir, what are the latest technology or you can ask, sir, what are the latest technology I should go through so that once I join TCS, you know, I will be able to contribute in the success of a project in TCS, or I will be able to contribute in the success of TCS, right? So these kind of questions you should definitely ask. Okay. So now we have come to the end, and generally the interview for Digital Prime, it will be like, 30 to 35 minutes, and definitely we had some time crunch. Otherwise, I could have asked more questions. But these are the questions which you can expect, right? For different person, different set of questions will be asked. So you need to prepare, and you need to take it very, very seriously. And that's the reason, friends, we have launched TCS in QT interview material 2024 for Ninja Digital and Prime, right? And you will be surprised to know, right? So see, a lot of things we have done it here, right? So I'll just give you an example. See, if you want to crack the interview, right? Okay, so it is moved. Okay, so if you want to crack the interviews, then definitely you need to go through the previous interview questions which has been asked, and we have prepared a big list of, right? So you can see we have prepared the big list of questions, right, which has been asked in 2024, and all these are part of this interview material. So 400 rupees is not a big amount, and definitely you might see how Sanchita is replying to each and every queries, sorry, questions, and this interview material we have covered most of the things, right? And also we are having live classes, like, right? So today we have 3 live classes, tomorrow you have 3 live classes, and I myself has more than 12 years of experience in conducting the interviews in IT companies, and I have conducted more than 2000 plus interviews till now. So thank you guys, and all the very, very best. So we will be keep doing this kind of mock interviews so that it help you a lot. So thanks, Sanchita, for
Thank you so
helping me out here, so that it directly impacts the lives of the students, the basically the job they get it, and they get an idea after this interview. Thank you.
much. Thank you so much.